Everyone, today I'll be covering a Smogon Tour 27 playoff round 2 video featuring Soulwind and Gondra, the series. They decided to opt for SM Gen 7 OU first. And on Gondra's side, we see a kind of bulky offense looking build, 2 psychic users, Pex Pharaoh core that's just very hard to break, Magearna and Lando core as well. On Soulwind's side, we see a little bit more bulk on his side with the Glysaur, Pex, Clefable, and Mega Scissor. It's looking very hard for Gondra to break through the double steel core, unless he's like Specs HV Fire, Tapu, Lele, or Focus Blast. It seems like the Sizz gets walled by the Pex, but you have a Gliscor if he's SD, and another Pex too, and along with Clefable. So looking at the matchup, Soulwind has the superior matchup, and let's get into it, the battle. Gondra leads out with Tapu Lele. He's just going to try to Side Shock for over half. Soulwind misses the T-Wave, and this is going to prompt Soulwind to switch out. Gondra wants to switch out, predicting something to come in. Soulwind's just going to U-turn into his Magna Zone probably to get the HP Fire off. Gondra to see this as a trade, going to get Stealth Rocks up to try to chip everything, but not really much is going to do for the Stealth Rocks damage because he got Clefable and the Gliscor and the Spike too. Someone's going to predict the Landers to U-turn, then Volt switches here into Latias. Gondra wants to switch out because they want to get T-Waved or Moonblasted, and he knows he can't kill the Clef. Someone's going to double T-Wave, thinking something wants to switch out because the Pex doesn't do much to the Clefable in exchange, it just walls it. Gondra reveals knockoff to Pex, kind of a rare set now in SMOU. Now he's just going to click Moonblast, they're going to try to maybe PP stall. This game's looking very slow, as someone's just continually moonblasting to paralyze Toxapex. Without Pharaoh, Pharaoh didn't do too much besides set up hazards for Gondra. Kinda added a level of support or a cushion, or to say, so Ashgren doesn't just come in and beat the rest of his team. But still, Ashgren doesn't have the greatest time versus Gondra's team because he has Magearna and Latias. Latias could wall half of Greninja's water type moves if it's Ashgren. Magnus doesn't come in, it's probably Assault Vest or Z move. Do we see a Volt Switch here from Soulwind or a Flash Cannon? And it is Z move, and it's going to be Steelium Z. He predicts the Landers. Very nice. Played by Soulwind. Now Gondra wants to go out to his Lemon or Shift Gear Magearna, and Soulwind just going to switch out. Mega Scissors run Spit F nowadays, so unless Gondra's running a step up of super weird HP Fire, Shift Gear Magearna, which is unheard of, or maybe a Titanium Z set, maybe that could work out, but Titanium Z's not ran on Shift Gear Calm Mind, it's Flareon. Gondra is going to reveal he is AV Magearna or some type of bulky Magearna because the Greninja did not, the Specs Ashgren did not kill in regular before getting Ashgren. Soulwind just going to switch in his Gliscor to threaten out the Lele and the Toxic Orb. Lai's going to come in looking like a threat because it could just Calm Mind up on the Toxapex, but also his Toxapex, Soulwind's Toxapex threatens Toxic on the Latias, gradually chipping it to death. Gliscor's gonna come in, Toxapex's gonna knock off. This prompts Megaladia to come in, try to set up. Soulwind sees that He doesn't need really rocks up really. He kind of just needs everything chipped to a point where he wants it to. And pretty much the Scissor looks like it's gonna win once the Toxapex is gone. Now if you get to go into Magnus or Clefable, Clefable gets the rocks up, so it's nice to have, as since trapping Ferrothorn early in the game was very beneficial for Soulwind. Magearna reveals Steelium. That last move is probably top Thunderbolt. Crit on the Spadef Scissor did 38. That's practically no damage. Soulwind is just trying to get back to full. Nice put by Gondra, so he doesn't let his Magearna get chipped right there. But this is a winning position for Soulwind. He's just gonna get his rocks back up again. And Soulwind's gonna stay in, just T-Wave. Click Moonblast, it should kill. No problem about that. Now he should roost up on the... He's just gonna go into Magnus, which is the best play for him. Now he's gonna go Clefable, thinking... Oh, he reveals Focus Blast as the last move, so he's not Command. It's very interesting. Now he just wins with the combination of Scissor and Magnezone. He's just gonna Volt Turn, EQ, switch out to Mega Scissor, Ice Beam, hope for a freeze. And it's this process of Volt Turn, Gliscor, it's just gonna keep on going on. He's gonna get PP stalled. There's not much for Gondra to do, because he ended up toxicking the Megalodius. That means that's put on timer. This gets walled by Scissor, and now the Pex is gonna come in, forcing his Volt Turn type of thing to go on, and eventually Gondra forfeits, knowing that he cannot win its position. Moving on to Gen 5, Soulwind is renowned for his black-white capabilities. He is one of the strongest black-white OU players on Smogon, probably the best right now, probably like top 3 or top 1, because he's been going strong in black-white in SPL, Smogon Premier League, World Cup, and so forth, and alongside winning some weeks in Smogon Tour before in this tier. Alright, we'll get into this battle. Just looking at preview. Gondra brought some type of a bulky offense with a Goth, DD Guerra, it's just rain, bulky offense slash semi-stall, while Soulwind opted for a more sand bulky offense. Ferrothorn and Reuniclus as a last. Looking at the matchup, it looks hard for Soulwind's Latios to kind of really do any real damage because of the Jirachi, the double steal on this Gondra's team. Gyarados could be a threat if it wants to Rotom's down. Goth could kind of trap either Pharaoh or Reuniclus, trick it, and prevent an endgame with Reuniclus in the back. So let's get into it. So Soulwind leads off with Rotom. It kind of just good it's everything. Nice burn. And the guys are just going to take this opportunity to lay up hazards. Soulwind's going to go into his own Ferrothorn now. And now he's probably going to get up hazards if he doesn't want. But that allows Gothitelle to come in. Gondra's going to take this opportunity to go to Politoed. Just get a Hypnosis off. Probably wanting to go back to Starmie. Or just getting some chip off. Like right here with the Water Gem. He used to be Water Gem Toad. And he's revealed Thief. Interesting tech. And Soulwind just gonna go for a power up, defeating the Politoed. So that means the Weather War is won by Soulwind. In this position, Soulwind goes to Tar, while Gondra just goes for Subrachi. Reveals Flash Cannon, it's not enough damage. Soulwind wins real heat is Crunch Tar. And he just Stealth Rex on this. That was a flex play by Soulwind. That was very nice. And now he's going to superpower, it's going to kill it. And Gondra's getting heavily outplayed right now. This should lead him to go Starmie or Magearna. Probably want to go Starmie first, so Magearna could kind of just come in freely after a spin, but he's not even going to do that. Now Rotom's going to come in. That's going to do a lot. This looks like it might be Spec Starmie. This is an unwinnable position for Gondra. Because, yeah, you have a Goth, but can the rest of your Pokemon even sweep in this position? Maybe Magearna, if he's like some type of bounce set, maybe. But even then, you're gonna have a hard time dealing with the mix of fair. Oh, whoa! Someone reveals Worry Seed on the trick. Now he's not trick, and he's gonna trick back a Choice Scarf, Choice Specs. Doesn't go for a Surf. That was very cool. Just revealing how high-level tournament players can use this to their advantage. Gondra reveals Calm Mind Jirachi, but it's not gonna. And someone just crits. This game is over. Yeah, Magearna's gonna come in, but he gets walled by Rotom. Oh, he's Return. And he's Moxie. Do we see? Arenaclus should live one as well. Oh, and he predicted a switch out there. So I didn't like that last play by Gondra because, I mean, he must have been thinking there's no way you sack your Rotom. You have to go into Arenaclus here. So he tried to predict Arenaclus / Ferrothorn coming in, but then got messed up for it. So that's what happens when someone just reads this and just goes for a Volt Switch. So that was a very nice game. That came down to the wire at the end, because this was a 50-50 play. Since he could return, let's see how much he was at 24. Sand damage is doing. So could someone have lost this? Because if he returned at the Rotom, that's gonna do 6. Yeah, sand damage might have been enough, yeah. He ran regardless. Because he can't be Arenaclus, Rotom Wash, even though Scarf Ferrothorn. So that's a nice, very series. And I hope you enjoyed.